Hey everybody, this is Natalia with Unravel Fitness, and today we're going to go over our Chaturanga. Chaturanga in our yoga practice is a very foundational movement and is very, very challenging, not just physically, muscularly, but it's also very challenging to strengthen into the areas that we've become flexible in. Now, in traditional Hatha yoga, it's not considered just a pushing movement. It is pushing because we are literally pushing the ground away from us and using our push muscles, but as much as possible we want to activate all the muscles in the back body in our posterior chain by activating it, holding it, which would be an isometric hold. It'd be time under tension, which is a foundational block to building true strength. Even though we're not physically pulling, we'll still be building strength into our pulling muscles by holding that isometric hold. And that's where the real challenge comes from. So when I come into my Chaturanga is not perfect, but that's why we practice. We want to eventually work to getting as close to perfect as possible. And then when we get there, we'll realize there's even more space, more things to fine tune. So as I come into my Chaturanga, my hands are going to be just outside my shoulders, middle fingers forward. My thumbs are reaching towards each other, just like in our down dog position. My elbows and arms are going to hug into my body. That hugging into my body is going to encourage external rotation from my shoulders. It's going to help bring my shoulders together, shining your heart open with your chest lifted. And same thing, I want to hug the ribs down, even though I'm coming down into my arms. And as the ribs come down, we're flexing the abs. Same thing as our down dog, we want to keep pushing in through the heels, activating the hamstrings. So I'll start from my down dog. And if you're unfamiliar with our cues from our down dog, make sure to check out that video. So from our down dog, as I transition into my high plank, my heels are going to keep reaching back. And I'll keep everything as tight as possible, hold everything tight, especially as I lower down into Chaturanga. My heels are reaching back, my kneecaps are lifted, grounded through my arms, my ribs are hugging down. And now when I'm ready, my heels are still reaching. I'm going to pivot from my hips to come into my high plank. When I'm in my high plank, my glutes are squeezing. I can readjust my legs as needed, but as long as my heels are still reaching back, my abs are flexed, ribs are down, and I want to feel like my inner thighs are squeezing. When I exhale and lower down, my crown is lengthening out, my heels are reaching back, and I'm going to stop at 90. It's at the 90-degree angle where we want to flip into our up dog position. Now as I come down, my crown is reaching out, my heels are reaching back, creating that even balanced position through the limbs. And then I want to focus on flexing the abs, squeezing the glutes to help keep the spine aligned and supported, staying connected to feel that stretch across the body. When we come into our Chaturanga at the bottom, you still want to feel that first knuckle heavy, as if you're rotating and pressing the ground away from you at all angles. Really squeezing the glutes to support the spine. Heels are reaching, thighs are charged, shoulders are down and back. Exhaling. Once I get to 90, then I'll flip my feet, press up for my up dog. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, like the video. If you have questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next video.